So, does everyone have a dice roller open, ready, or dice at the ready?
We should totally have something that we can sync up. That we're all honest.
I have said roller.
I mean, just don't be a
I
jerk.
can stream one and then roll for everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
Just
No, you don't. You don't always want everyone to see what you're rolling.
Oh.
Like
Just-
5.
just code of honor.
Freaking
Like, roll the dice and say what you got. Don't be a poop.
don't be a
Don't be
poop.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
What if I get 20s all the
Don't
time?
be suspicious.
If you get 20s all the time, great for you. But just don't lie about it.
Yes. Geo,
Man,
can you quickly flick the light switch?
I can flick your light switch.
Cool, thank
Oh,
you.
I should. That's something we need to start doing.
Okay,
Where's the map?
so
I don't see the map.
Give it a month.
everyone, thank you for coming to the Haven first ever D&D One-Shot. I am the DM for this one. My name is Maso. And yeah, let's take a moment to just relax, pull ourselves into this. Think of the character that you all made. Think of what knowledge I sent you a little bit ago.
Oh shit.
Think of
Again.
the capital that you're in. Very large, white buildings, almost all of it made out of stone. We have one of the heads of the royal guard. We have 2 shopkeepers. We have our spy, and we have a bounty hunter.
I think he's a bard, but I think he changed it.
These aren't actual classes, Geo.
Well, Pixel, are you actually a bounty hunter, or are you a bard now?
I never said it was a.
That's what you're... Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Gio. Jeez.
Okay, so
Sorry.
you all reside in the Grand Kingdom of Acir, also known as the Empire of Dragons.
Oh.
You serve under King Jasper Acirian V. Not the brightest of people to follow, but it is said his great-great-grandfather, Jasper Acirian the First, was the first ruler who had slayed 3 dragons to claim this land for his people. His family has had their way in everything for about generations. The kingdom has been in conflict with the neighboring kingdom for about 2, but no war had ever broken out. City life being somewhat peaceful for the nobles. Of course, there are the slums, which people live a bit of a rougher life. But for everyone here, you are all middle or higher class. No one in the kingdom had ever really seen real combat. Only very few ever have. So, let's start with everyone just rolling a d20.
Okay.
And then I will just ask, did anyone get a 15 to a 20?
I have not rolled yet.
Okay.
Alex posted a dice roller in general. So if you do not have physical dice, use that.
I want to use that.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Okay. So has everyone rolled?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Did anyone roll a 15 or higher?
No.
Negative.
No.
Negative. Okay. Did anyone roll an 11 to 14?
No.
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 Yikes.
It's gonna be a lucky
How
night.
about-
I can tell.
6 to 10.
I rolled
Yeah.
a 6.
I have a 6.
I have a 9.
10.
No, I got a
10.
9 as well.
All right, who got the 10?
I got a 10.
Okay. So, you are first this order of just this day in the capital of what we're watching
Okay.
first.
Oh boy.
So, Bly Atman.
Yes.
Today is a normal day for you. Just escorting the princess around the grounds, helping her if she needs help. Other than that, it seems pretty normal.
Good. I like normal days.
Okay. Who rolled a 9?
I did.
So both Trenton and Alex?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the shopkeepers.
Okay. Both shopkeepers. Your shops, I think I said were next door to each other.
Yes.
So both of you find yourselves standing in the front of your shop,
Howdy ho.
just outside, just having an ordinary day, chatting with each other, looking away from each other when a customer comes by to either buy potions, supplies to make their own potions, or jewelry.
Ooh.
But other than that, once again, it is a normal day. Who rolled next? I think everyone else got a 6.
Yep.
I got less.
You got less?
Pixel and I
Sorry,
got
I lied.
6s.
Okay. So,
Nine.
let's go with oh, also just quick question to the 2 shopkeepers. How do you pronounce your names?
Ash.
Summed. Amares.
Summed and Ash. Okay. We'll first go to Aldean.
Aldane.
Aldane. Okay. Aldane. For you, you are put to work just at the training grounds for the day. After your morning training regimen, you are sent out to just patrol the perimeter of the walls. Once again, being a little shaken off of what you had seen before. But you continue your rounds for the day until eventually nightfall. Then we find ourselves with Pixel Zieg. Zieg, you have found yourself in a somewhat nice hotel up in the Noble District, a couple blocks away from the front gate to the castle. You had just returned here after your day of research and scoping out anything that you could find, and you are about ready to just settle down for the day.
Nice.
Nice.
Lastly, I'm guessing you pronounce your character's name Zieg.
Yep.
Okay. Lastly, we find Ekamon.
Yes.
Okay. Ekamon, you today have just finished your multiple day ride back to the city. You got off your horse. You ran through the front gate of the castle and ran as fast as you could to the king's chamber, or the king's hall. At this point, as the day ends, a couple of the guards, including both Bly and Aldane, have made their way into the main hall. As you see, Ekamon Acir burst through the front door.
Okay.
He is a bit winded.
Running fast. You fast
Yep.
boy. Excuse me, sir. I'd like you to please halt and show me some identification, please.
There's no time. I need to get to the king.
For what business?
I have news of the coming attack.
We have no word of attack from our scouts.
At this moment, you see behind you not the king, but the captain of the main guard, Era, Captain Era, kind of just put his hand up and then wave the you forward, Ekamon. He is standing beside the king, who's just kind of slumped in his chair, Skyrim style.
I am Jarl Balgruuf.
The Jarl.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, you may proceed.
My king, as you have commanded, I have been watching King Razir of the Moran Empire. There is an attack that is happening any day now.
The king's face does not change. His face just seems dull and staring off into the void, it seems like. As Captain Era says, "Do you have any proof of this upcoming attack?"
I have the plans myself, my liege. They are in my person.
He sticks his hand out again to receive these plans.
As you'll see, sir, they're all here.
He takes them, he opens them, and just continues to read down the page as he rolls them back up, and he reaches it into a pouch behind him and hands it to you. It is 250 gold.
Damn.
For your service to the kingdom. We will prepare troops and be prepared for this fight by nightfall. If you wish, the hotel nearby will house you for the night.
Thank you, my liege.
Aldane's gonna lean over to Bly. Captain, what do you think's going on?
I'm not too sure, but it sounds like something might be coming our way.
Oh.
Troops,
I
we have a new order. Tonight, or sometime soon, we are to be attacked by the neighboring king. Your jobs, Bly, your job is to protect the royal family. Bring them to the original capital. The original capital, Morton.
Aye, sir.
Aldane, you are to round up all civilians. Bring them there at once.
Yes, Captain.
Once you are done bringing the civilians there, you are returned here.
Aye, sir.
All right, you have your go. For the 3 people that are still in the room, you notice that this entire time the king has not moved. He is just staring off into space.
It's the "you have no power here" meme.
Ekamon approaches the king and asks, "My liege, I do not mean to barge in, but are you doing all right?"
Ugh. And Era just kind of takes a step forward and goes, "He has had a long day. He would like to rest before the upcoming battle."
Understandable, of course, my liege.
So, let's go with Bly. Your job was to round up the royal family and get as many as you could to the original capital city of Morton.
Yes.
It is about a 2-day ride.
Okay. Do I have any men under my control?
Yes, you have
okay.
you have a full battalion with you.
Jesus, all right. Fucking hell.
Owen's like, responsibility? I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh man, the pressure.
Italian's kind of a lot too.
Yeah, I know.
It's the royal family.
That's true. Oops, that's not what I want. That's also not what I wanted. All right. Well, I guess I will go to each of their chambers to. Well, what time is it? What time of day?
Right now, it's about 5:30 at night. The sun is beginning to set, but is not fully set yet.
Okay. Then me and about 12 of my men are going to go to each of the chambers to try to locate the entirety of the royal family.
Okay. Aldane, you have not a full battalion. You probably have a small platoon with to just rally through the city, warning civilians of an upcoming attack that they can either choose to leave and go to the original capital or stay in the city.
Okay.
Okay. Continuing with Bly. I'm guessing you go to the princess's chamber first.
Yes.
Okay. So, walking down the very familiar hallway to the door that you've gone many a times just to visit the princess that you've known for many years.
Okay. Well, I'm going to knock on her door.
Okay. Come in.
Princess, you must gather some of your things, and we are to leave this city for now.
Is
Some
there a
bad
reason?
things are coming. There are some bad people heading this direction, and it is my job to keep you and the rest of your family.
If it is your command that I must be ready, I will do it. You have my trust and my thanks.
Very well, Your Highness. And I will leave the room.
Okay.
And I will also stage one soldier outside her door in case she needs any help.
Okay. I'll say it takes about maybe a full hour to find all the heirs, the queen, and just warn them of the upcoming attack, and to prepare and pack.
Okay.
Aldane.
Hi, Captain.
The first location that you have to kind of run through is the Noble District. There are many shops, including both Ash and Sum's shop. You can go to just the hotel in the Noble District. You can warn the shop district.
I'm gonna send half of my platoon to the Noble District. I will go to the shops and kind of like more middle level district.
Okay. So as half of the platoon of about 20 goes to the Noble District, door to door, just knocking, you and a couple others go to the shop. Do both Ash and Sumd, do you guys have names for your shops?
I have it.
With one no.
No?
I figured it was just like ancient, so I just had a giant.
My shop's name is Potent Quaffs.
Potent Cross?
Potent Quaffs, like quaffing a
Potent Quaff.
Claws.
Okay.
Quaff.
quaff.
Like a quaffle.
Potent Quaff.
Quaffs.
Okay. So, Aldane, the two closest shops to you are the Potent Quaffs and a sign that just has a big jewel on it.
I love jewelry shop. It's my favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna order the rest of my platoon down the street. I'm gonna handle these shops by myself.
Okay.
Are they in? Wait, are you guys inside or out?
At this part, they're probably sweeping outside.
so I'm just gonna shout really loudly, not necessarily at them, but to the whole square. Attention all shopkeeps! We are under threat of immediate attack. You have the option to evacuate to the abandoned capital, or stay here and risk your fate. The choice is yours. We leave at night.
Oh, I believe I should go and help fight. I'm gonna go do that. What are you, Ash?
That sounds like a lot of work. We should just start packing.
But why? We have the means to the ends. We can fight it.
Well,
I
not
believe in
everybody
us.
has fantastic weapons that you have. Some of us just have really pretty clothes.
I was making some. Come on.
Do I hear that? Do I hear this exchange?
No, it was all
Yeah.
Dwarvish.
I do not think Ash knows
I
Dwarvish.
do.
I do
know
not.
Dwarvish.
I do not.
Oh, you do know Dwarvish.
I
okay,
do,
so
yeah.
if it was all in Dwarvish,
Then I would not hear it.
no,
I would not
you do
understand.
what they're saying.
Okay. Please begin to evacuate. Please begin to pack all of your necessities and be prepared to leave. And I guess if they're not going to address me directly, I'm going to go about my business.
Okay.
I walk up to the guy shouting at me.
Okay.
I speak in the common tongue now.
I forgot to mention, Aldane, please describe your character.
Aldane's kind of. I mean, he's a taller guy. He's a strong guy. He's, average height. Pretty built. Blonde hair, grayish skin because he's a half elf. But he's just following orders. He's not anything heroic. He's just a guard.
He's just a
Okay.
boy.
Okay, Assumed and Ash, please describe. Assumed first, describe your character.
I'm a dwarf. I've got a white full beard. Got some hair on my head. It goes down to the middle of my back.
Just on your head, huh?
I'm stout.
Okay.
And very muscular.
Ash, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah. Ash is 5'9" with long brown hair all the way down to their butt. They've got orange eyes and golden brown skin.
Okay. I forgot to say, but Blythe, please describe your character.
Okay. I am a human. I stand about 6'4", roughly 300 pounds. Pretty well built. And I have brown hair, brown eyes. And
Okay.
that's pretty much it.
Okay. And I think we said Ekamon. Please describe your character.
I'm about an average shape, height, build guy. Nothing too assuming at first, but if you do manage to take a second glance, you'll see cleverly hidden behind my clothes, I'm tiefling.
What color tiefling are you?
Dark red skin.
Dark red skin. Okay. How tall are you? Just average?
5'10".
5'10"? Okay. So we just left off assumed you were walking towards this half-elf soldier.
I'm speaking in not dwarvish.
I got you, man.
I'd like to fight for my kingdom. What do I got?
That will be discussed at the rendezvous point. At this moment, please focus on evacuating yourselves and your loved ones. Thank you for your cooperation.
But I am evacuating myself.
Okay. We find Ekamon. You have made your way kind of to the noble hotel near the castle. Zieg, you are just currently sitting in the lobby on a comfortable chair. Yeah, Ekamon, you have also kind of received the order to evacuate because you were at the castle when the orders were given. And you have seen that no guards have made their way here yet.
I would like to try to get into my room at least momentarily to go through my thing.
Okay. You tell the front that, and you show a little stamped bill saying that you have been given a room. He gives you a room key to the top floor.
Okay.
Zieg, you just kind of watch this cleverly disguised tiefling walk in, grab a key, and walk out.
Right.
In a bit of haste.
And do I go up to my room or?
That's your choice.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay. At about this time, a guard kind of barges through the door and states, "The city is under order of evacuation. We are leaving at nightfall. Everyone please gather their things and leave to the eastern gate." As he just turns around and walks out.
Am I within earshot of this, or?
Yes, you were in the lobby, and he was shouting it to anyone in the lobby. Yeah. So you did hear it.
I ask someone next to me, what's this all about?
You ask just a random human that's kind of just walking by. Pretty nice clothes. He just raises an eyebrow and goes, "I don't quite know myself, but I'm not evacuating."
Huh. Must be nothing. I go up to my room.
Okay. In your room, you find everything that you had left there. Probably just a couple pouches. The door was locked as you left it. Nothing seems to have been taken, but you probably know what might be coming.
I think I'll just go in, like, lay down in bed, getting ready to sleep.
Okay. Are you going to take a nap until nightfall, until, like, the evacuation?
Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. So you've all been given the order to evacuate.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone going to the eastern gate where the rendezvous point was to leave?
I will not.
You will not.
No.
I
Instead, I try to. Instead, I'm trying to head back to the castle.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you're heading to the castle. Is anyone else going somewhere specific?
Nope. I was ordered to go to get people out and wait. Was I instructed to get everyone to the old capital and come back, or just get everyone to the gate and come back?
You were to get everyone to the old capital.
Okay, then that's where I'm going.
Okay. Who else is going to the gate?
I mean,
Everybody else?
me and the whole
Yeah.
Italian and
Okay.
royal family will make our way over there as well.
Okay. So, Leaving's going. Gio's going. Trenton, are you going to the gate?
Will be going, yes.
Okay, so you'll be going. Pixel, you are not going.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, so assuredly. I am asleep.
I worked hard. I deserve a sleep.
That's fair.
Evacuation, I sleep.
Alex, are you going to the gate or you're going to the castle, right?
No, I'm going to the gate too.
Oh, you're going to the gate?
Yeah.
Okay. And Elijah, you're going to the castle.
Yes.
Okay. So, for everyone that went to the gate, there you see some of the royal family up near the closest to the gate. The nobles close behind, some of the peasants and the lower class a little bit further behind with smaller bags thrown over their shoulders. Some of the nobles have carts and horses prepared already. There's about half a battalion here, as some of them are still rounding up the last of the civilians. But Bly, you find yourself as one of the head of the royal guard, just on top of a wooden makeshift stage, in a way.
Okay.
Aldane, you're probably close by.
All right. Well, I would like to get everyone's attention somehow.
They are all looking up to you.
Okay. Well, I want everybody to know that we are here pretty soon. We're going to make our way out of the capital and make our way to the old capital. I would like everyone to remain calm and in an orderly fashion. Me and my soldiers, we will lead the royal family out first, then the nobles, then the rest of you. And
Okay.
please make sure that all of your belongings are with you.
Okay. As the royal family's cart begins to leave the gate, a few of the nobles' carts get out as the swarm of people begin walking. And from the north gate, you all, even the people that are sleeping and resting, hear a very large explosion.
Well, that's
Before we
not good.
continue the explosion, let's move our way to Ekamon. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you're up at the castle. So
Oh.
as you kind of make your way to the castle, you see that it is heavily fortified. A couple of the doors have been barred. The guards have been not doubled, but more compacted near the front gate. But you do get passage to go through.
I try to make my way to the king.
Okay. It takes a little bit longer than usual because many of the doors have been barred. But you do find kind of like a side entrance that leads you to it after going through multiple hallways. And as you enter the hall of the king has now sat up a little bit more, but is still just sitting in his chair, looking out into the void. Captain Era still standing next to him. Why help you?
I've come to check on my liege.
Once again, he is a bit tired. He is preparing himself mentally for the fight. And it is about this time that you hear the explosion coming from. For you, it's towards the front door, but much farther away and just loud.
Wait, so we're all at the east gate. The explosion was at the west gate?
It was at the north gate.
North gate. Okay.
For everyone, at the gate, many of the peasants and the middle class that didn't have carriages begin just running.
Shit. This is not what I wanted. Well, Shit. Okay.
Well,
Uh,
A reasonable response.
yeah.
Well, the plan lasted all of 3 seconds.
yep. Okay. Gio, what's your character's name?
Aldane. Or just Morrison if you're referring to me by my last
Aldane.
name. Just Morrison!
Morrison, take a detachment of however many troops you think you might need and surround the royal family so they don't get trampled out of their carts.
Aye, Captain.
Okay. So Aldane, you get yourself a horse and ride off with about 12 to fully surround the royal cart. Yeah, whenever you kind of just watch Aldane and Bly as the second anyone that gets out the gate, they just begin running down the path, and you kind of turn towards where the north gate is, and it is up in flames. Out in the distance, you see rows and rows and rows of knights in dark black armor with purple, like paint and cloth on top.
Oh boy, this is
Whoop.
Okay.
well.
Shit.
Okay, well, this isn't my fight, so I'm going to continue to try to get everybody to the old cap.
Okay.
Those guys don't look so friendly.
No, they don't, but please keep your belongings on you and please calmly make your way towards the old cap.
Are you sure they aren't gonna try to do something?
Again, make sure your belongings are on you and move in a calm, orderly fashion up the path to the old capital.
Fine.
Will you just listen to the man, please?
I know. You know how I am with listening to people.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, another explosion near the north gate as shouts, you can hear muffled shouts coming from towards the north gate of guards, continuing down the wall as they're blasting orders just around the wall, giving news of what's happened. As about 5 minutes after this explosion, Bly, you hear North Gate has been breached. I repeat, the North Gate has been breached.
Oh, shit. That didn't take long. God, fuck you, Gio.
Please.
Zeke,
Yes.
Zeke and Ekamon, what are you guys doing? You guys are Ekamon, you're at the castle. Zeke, you have been woken awake by the first blast.
I'm
Zeke can go first.
I'm startled. Is there a window in the room?
Yes, there is a window.
I look out to see what is out there.
The way you're facing, you can kind of see it more towards the eastern gate. But if you open your window, you could just kind of lean out and look towards the northern gate, which is where you heard the explosion come from.
Okay, I open it and look towards the north gate.
Okay? As you lean out and look towards the northern gate, you see that the wood of the drawbridge has been blasted in half. As the chains that had been holding it up were also broken as most of the drawbridge starts to fall.
I sort of have an oh shit moment and start packing up my things.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I'm late.
Okay. Ekamon, and you're gonna go join the group to evacuate Zeke?
Yep.
Okay. Ekamon, what are you doing?
How is everyone around me reacting to explosion?
The king is not shaken at all. And neither is Captain Era. Captain Era just stands proudly, turns to a couple guards, points them to the front door, a few guards open the front door, letting them get out a little bit faster. And he turns to Era, just turns to you and goes, I hope you evacuate. This will be bloody.
I wish him luck as I try to slip away.
Okay. Are you going to also go towards the east gate and evacuate?
No. Shush, I have my reasons. I try to slip away to the king's personal chambers.
Okay.
Hey, something's fucky, okay?
Do a perception check. Or
I
do,
was
do an
hoping,
investigation check.
I was hoping to in his chambers, yeah.
So for that,
'Cause-
you just need to look at your character sheet.
Mhm.
Where it says skills, you just go down to where it says investigation, and you see how there's a number next to it. It might be a 0, it might be a 6. I don't know what your stats are.
10.
It's a 10?
Jesus.
Like it's a plus 10?
Yes.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit!
Oh my
Freaking
god.
Sherlock over here.
I built my
Okay.
character as a
and
spy. I spy, spies, and
he has expertise.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so go ahead and roll a d20, and then you add the plus 10 on to whatever you roll.
Fucking nat 20s.
Dude, this boy.
A d20 plus 10 is 29.
Wow!
Elijah's like, yeah, you all rolled really badly on the first roll. Let me show you how it's done.
He rolled the worst. That's not fair. He can't call us out like this.
So, inside the king's chambers, it is a little bit out of place because you can guess with the evacuations and everyone packing, the queen had probably taken a couple of things from there as well. But what you find is a small leather-bound book with a key lock.
Okay. Forget. Does the
That is
thieves'
the
tools
only
allow me?
thing out of place. Yes, the thieves' tools has lockpicks in it.
Okay, I would like to try and lockpick it.
Okay, so for that, since it's, are you proficient in thieves' tools? Yes, you are.
Yes.
So what you do is you roll another d20, and kind of up diagonal of your skills, it says proficient. So you get to you roll your d20 and you add your proficiency bonus.
So 4. Okay.
Yeah.
13.
13. You kind of finagle as much as you can, but at the moment you cannot seem to break this lock.
Okay. I will take the book instead.
Okay.
And then I start to make my way out of the castle.
Okay. Do a stealth check as you leave the king's chambers. So for that, you're going to need another d20 roll, which you have expertise in stealth as well. So you have a plus 11 to your stealth.
My god.
They're so
Jesus Christ. Okay, 12.
Wait, did you roll in that one?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay. So
F
letting
in
you know,
chat.
a nat 1 is critical failure,
Yeah.
which means you do not add any bonus.
Yep.
So with a nat 1, as you kind of leave, you kind of notice as the captain of the guard has begun to walk down the hallway shouting at guards, and he sees you leave the room with this book now at your side.
Oh no.
Get wrecked.
You know that
Honestly.
video of the guy videoing the stomp rocket? Oh damn.
Oh, damn!
Um,
As he just raises his right hand, points at you, and goes, "Stop right there."
Little scum.
I try to persuade him.
Oh boy.
Okay, what are you gonna say?
Let's see.
Bitch, please.
Also, I would say in your case of what you're really good at, you probably wouldn't want to persuade him. You might want to deceive him, since you also have expertise in deception.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong part of my character sheet. It was like a week ago when I made this character.
You're good.
No, that's fine. But yeah, instead of going with a +2 of persuasion, you
Yeah.
can have a +10 on deception.
Jesus.
I will try to deceive him.
So what are you going to say?
Crap. What did I say? I'm having a big dumb right now. What would be a good thing to say to deceive?
The captain of the royal guard has just seen you walk out of the king's chambers with a book.
The book is mine.
You're saying the book is yours?
Yes.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Nat 1.
Oh,
Another
no.
nat
Oh,
1.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm gonna stop using this.
This website's cursed.
Yeah, this website's cursed. Nat 1.
Another nat 1.
Yeah.
He just looks down at the book, looks up in your eyes, and goes, I can see the king's insignia on it. As he goes to reach for your hand to probably bind your hands together. So make a dex save.
No.
Gotta lie to him again, Elijah, quick.
Those aren't my hands.
So
So
Dex save would also.
it's another D20 roll.
Mm-hmm.
And on the far left side of your screen, I think.
yes.
Yeah.
Saving
It
throws.
says saves, and then you add that bonus, which for you is a +7.
I really hope I don't have to throw one.
I literally switched to a different dice roller and I got a nat 1 again.
Oh my god.
Can
Are
we
you
give this
good,
man a
man?
mulligan?
I will give you an inspiration because 3 nat 1s in a row is terrible.
I literally have picture proof.
It's not that we don't believe you, it's just horrible. It's like so sad.
Yeah, why would you lie to us about that? Like,
Go ahead and roll it one more time.
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little better.
It is just enough that as he reaches for your hand to grab the book and then bind your hands, you just pull your hand away and start booking it down the hallway. There are no guards around you as all of them have already run past to go to the main chamber.
Okay. I try to make my way out of the castle.
Okay. He is a lot slower than you. He had very, very bulky armor on, so it is incredibly hard for him.
He thick.
He's very thick. He's also like 6'6".
Oh god.
Big.
He's a
He's a
giant.
human, right?
Man. He is a human.
He makes
Jesus.
me look small.
He is just huge.
Mum was a Goliath.
Mong giant.
That's a thick ass boy.
Okay. With minimal guards in your way, as he is not fast enough to run and give orders to catch up to you, you make your way to an exit and just begin running towards the evacuation point. When at this point, you hear the second explosion as you turn to the front gate and see the sea of black soldiers with the purple kind of felt on that you have noticed before as you have been a spy, kind of watching over those side. That is King Razor's army. So you just begin to run as fast as you can, avoiding as many people as you can to make sure you don't get caught by any of these knights.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Where
You all kind of
hold on, where is he right now? Like, where is he?
Ekamon.
Why are you?
Yeah.
Ekamon is up near the castle. The east gate is a little far, but for someone that is a spy and has been trained to run very, very far in a very, very short time, he's just hightailing it, booking it.
Okay.
Zeeg, similarly, you have been trained multiple times and in different ways of stealth and such. So as you kind of run, you kind of see the same tiefling from before, now with a book in his hand, running through smaller crowds of people running through this. Different. Some knights have started getting off their horses and breaking down burning down wooden houses, breaking in doors, going inside, seeing what they could find.
I go follow.
As you guys just book it.
Wait, I'm running too?
Yeah, you said you were going to the evacuation spot.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So it does take a little while. You see a couple people in the streets running.
Yeah, I just keep running till I reach the gate.
Shoving to get through, but both of you being going.
Is he cutting out for anybody else?
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yep, you're cutting out.
Tommaso, you might want to like leave chat and come back.
Okay, give me 30 seconds.
The lag.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Is that any better?
Yes.
It is
Okay.
for now.
So being the two of you kind of being as nimble as you are, it's pretty easy for you guys to squeeze through the larger group of people still trying to get out of the eastern gate and continue running down, following the main group of people that are evacuating.
Would I notice them trying to run past everybody?
I mean, one of them's an Aragonasi, one of them is a tiefling. Yeah, it's not hard to notice.
Okay. Have they run past me yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to shout at them to not run and to please be respectful of everybody else and follow in a calm, orderly fashion.
Everyone else is still shoving at each other to try to get
Of
through the
course.
gate.
God fucking damn it.
Squeeze.
Alright.
Bly, you were the last one in the city,
Okay.
other than the people that are trying to get their way out. Even many of the knights have either gone off to battle or evacuated.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna... I know I have people around the royal family. Hopefully they're okay. I'm gonna stay here and try to get as many people out as I can, and I'll be the last one to leave the city and close the gate.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
So you
However it
do
may happen.
watch some knights running through the city, killing stragglers, as you kind of just stand guard with a couple of probably about 20 other men that have remained, kind of just standing at the back of the group of just the poor.
Mm-hmm.
When you notice another very large fireball, like projectile that had taken out the gate, going towards the direction of the eastern gate. As
Oh boy!
the eastern gate is now probably about 100 feet behind you.
Oh no!
As the group of peasants that have been pushing through the gate, the upper portion of the arc had been hit and is now collapsed on about half of them.
That's not good.
Crunch.
Huh.
And then
Well,
as you just turn back and look at this destruction, you turn back forward facing the destruction of the city, as a very large soldier in all black armor and purple linen shawls jumps off his horse and pulls out a great sword and is just walking towards you and the 20 knight slowly.
I'm guessing this man very thick.
Oh, and I think it's time to leave.
I think it might be time to leave as well. Yeah, I'm gonna order the 20 knights to get out as they can, and I'm gonna follow last.
Okay. Everyone else, all the rest of the peasants that hadn't been crushed or blocked off, begin running as fast as they can, no longer pushing, just running. Eventually being able to squeeze through, clearing a path for you, but you do see a large many of people still pinned under the rocks. Some of them still alive.
Well, there's nothing I can do for them, unfortunately.
As you and your men just exit the city, this black knight, you kind of turn around as you leave, as you just look at this black knight just standing with his greatsword in one hand, it touching the ground as fire just goes around him as he just stares at you dead in the eye. But he has stopped his forward
advance.
march.
Yeah. I have a feeling that I'm going to meet this guy again very soon. I'm gonna mumble that to myself, and
Okay.
and then
When it's rematch time.
yep, and then turn around and try to catch to the royal family.
Okay. On your horse, it's not super. It takes a little bit of time. It probably takes about 2 hours going full speed. But you guys are just continuing your trek until you get to the abandoned capital of Mort, where all of you gain 1 level of exhaustion just from marching. You don't have to mark it because it'll be gone soon.
We tired though.
But
boys.
Just letting you know, exhaustion means like you have gone past your limit and continued going. So you're just,
Yeah.
Because you had gone almost an entire day without sleeping because almost no one stopped. But as you, Bly, continue to ride past some of the groups, some people still no one is really still running. Everyone's just kind of walking. But you can tell that the number of people that had started at the gate had definitely been cut down by a lot. As some had re-entered the city to find loved ones that still hadn't joined them, go back to try and loot in secrecy. The large amount of people that were probably in the low 1,000, like 1,000 people, has now dropped to about 400.
Okay. Jesus. Well,
Yeah.
Since we are very tired, did you say that we made it to the capital yet, or are we still on our way?
You have, on the second day, you guys continue to ride horses, walk, just pushing yourselves to make it there. But eventually, you guys do make it there. It is just every single original city that or building that had been there deteriorated. Almost every single the roof has collapsed in some sort of fashion. The doors no longer exist. It is just a ghost town.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to. I want my men to rest and get ready, because I have a feeling that some baddies are gonna be on their way to chase us down and finish what they started, and I want my men to be at best they can.
Okay. So, about half of your men go to the old barracks of the city, which isn't hard to find. They rest while the rest of the soldiers find as much cloth and blankets as they can to hand out to civilians and such.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go to the royal carriage and make sure that they're all okay.
Yeah, they're all fine.
Okay.
They're a bit shaken up, but in the carriage they were kind of able to rest a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not the smoothest ride ever, but they're alive.
They're alive. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For everyone else, other than the two soldiers, you find yourselves in this ghost town of a city with peasants, noblemen alike, all dusty and just gross. There is now a single soup line starting to form, being run by one of the head chefs from the castle. Nearby to the soup stand is a couple of soldiers kind of just shouting heresy towards the king.
Hey, that line looks really long, and that food smells awful. We could probably hunt something better.
I say that's a great idea.
Oh boy.
So, we tried to sneak to hunt food outside of the city gates.
I follow Ash.
Okay. No one really pays attention to you. Everyone's kind of just looking at the ground. But you do eventually make your way outside the city. Who went outside?
Ash and some.
Ash and some?
Yeah.
Okay. Both of you do a survival or a nature check. So you roll your d20 and you add your bonus to either one.
Where are those bonuses at?
In the middle of your screen.
In the middle of the screen, it says
the long,
skills.
tall column that says skills.
Survival.
3 survivals plus 0. So nature check. You said it was a d20, right?
Yep.
I got a 15.
15.
I'm rolling my d20 now. I also got a 15.
Nice.
Also got a 15. Okay.
I got a plus 4, which makes it a 19.
Oh,
Nice.
nice, Trent.
Okay. So, kind of just spending a little bit of time. It's a little foggy around this old city, but eventually you do come across a bear cave. It does look like it had just recently been entered. And did either of you do a survival check, or was it both nature?
I did a nature check.
I also did a nature check.
Okay. One of you can do an investigation check, or you both can, or one of you could do it with advantage, which advantage means you get to re-roll it. And you take the higher of the two.
Oh, I have
I
a
got
plus 7 investigation.
Alright,
so-
that's all you. I got a plus 4.
got a 27.
Okay.
Wait, you have
is
a
it a
plus
nat
7?
20?
You nat 20'd?
9 at 20.
All right.
Shit.
Nice. You can tell just kind of by looking at the ground, examining the new tracks. There's only one bear inside.
He summed. Yep, for
Yeah.
fighting a bear.
Oh,
Bear? I barely knew her.
oh boy.
I'll take that as a yes. I try to sneak inside the barricade.
Okay. Both of you do a stealth check.
Oh, I got +1. What is the D? I have a D on my stealth.
You have disadvantage because you have heavy armor on.
So I gotta do it. What? -1 from what I roll.
No, you have to roll your d20 twice, and you have to take the lower of the two.
Oh, okay.
So advantage is the
8, and
better.
then I got an 8. Yeah.
An 8 total.
I got
you rolled
an 8 and then 11. So.
But so you rolled an 8, so you add your stealth bonus.
I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have one. It's +0.
Oh no, it's +1. Never mind. I thought it didn't count. It'd be 9 then.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a 9.
So, I also have a D next to mine, but I'm not wearing heavy armor. I'm just wearing scale mail, and I supposedly.
Scale mail is so in anything that's heavier than light armor, you have disadvantage.
Okay. I do that thing where I roll now. D20,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, and you have to roll it twice and take the lower of the two.
Okay, I got a 14 and a 15. So
That's
I-
not bad.
Get it.
my advantage it's +1, so 15.
So you got a 15. Okay. So Summed and Ash, as you kind of sneak your way into this bear pit, you do see a single like arc of light going through the cave as you just see a bear just gnawing on a bone in the center. As you continue to kind of just walk up a little bit, Ash, as you're walking, you step down and you hear under your foot, and it just echoes through the cave as you stepped on a bone that's snapped in half.
How
And
does
the bear looks up and just kind of turns around for a second, doesn't see either of you, and just goes back to gnawing on the bone.
Oh, very nice. All right. So, Summed, if you make a lot of noise, I can try to sneak in behind it and stab it from behind.
Noise? I'm a pro at that!
At this point, the bear stands up and turns towards both of you.
Why do you have to scream so early?
I'm pretty sure Trenton's character does not have a quiet option.
No indoor
You said
voice.
to make noise! You didn't say to make noise later!
I didn't mean now.
You guys are just fucking bickering.
Oh god.
Oh no.
As this bear begins just running towards the two of you.
Uh,
Let's roll initiative. So for the two of you, and just for everyone else who's listening, initiative at the very top of your screen under your proficiency bonus, it says your initiative bonus.
Okay.
For Summed, I think you have for Summed and Ash, I think you have a +1.
Yeah.
do.
Okay, so you roll your d20 once again, and you add a +1.
No.
I will be doing the same for the bear.
I got a 10.
I got a 14.
14, 10. Okay. Who got the 14?
Me,
Okay.
some.
So, Summed, you're going first. Ash, you are on deck, which means you are next, and the bear is last.
What?
I do not have a battle map for this specific situation, as it is a fairly easy thing of combat.
Okay.
But the bear at the moment is probably about 20 feet in front of you.
20 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to poison the guy. So I'm not going to do that. Can I run towards it and smack it with a warhammer?
Yeah,
I'd like
absolutely.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
That's a better.
So just a note, above initiative and next to proficiency is your walk speed. That's how far you can walk in a single turn. So Trent, you barely reach the bear.
So you have about 5 feet left of movement after you walk up to the bear. This will definitely come in a lot more when we have an act like when I show you guys like the actual battle map.
Okay. Now that I'm within range, I'd like to give it a smattering.
Okay, you're just gonna swing your warhammer at it.
Yes.
Okay. So with this, there's a very big box in the bottom right that says actions.
I'm on.
So
that.
you just roll your d20 again, and you add your hit bonus, hit / DC bonus to your warhammer attack. So for you, it's a +8.
God damn.
Damn.
He gonna smack it.
So I roll a d20.
You want your
Yep.
meat pre-tenderized?
I rolled a 5, which turns it into a 13.
13. A 13 hits. So now that you've hit, you roll to hit, go ahead and roll damage. So on the same thing, when you look at your warhammer, it says your damage is 1d8 plus 4. So
But
you
there's
take your
also-
d8, which is the weird diamond one, and you roll that.
There's also a 1d10 plus 4 below that.
Oh, yes, that is if
Oh, I do fucking.
Isn't that two-handed?
that's if you're swinging it with both hands. So if you're swinging it with both hands, like in Skyrim, it is the 1d10 instead of 1d8.
Well, I'm doing the both hands thing, so.
Okay, so then it's 1d10 instead.
Okay, so I roll a d10. To 3, which turns it into
A 3, which turns it into a 7. 7 damage. Okay. As you just swing your warhammer towards this bear that's now running towards you, you run, swing it at its side. You collide with its brown hide as it kind of reads to the side for a second. Ash, do you have 2 attacks? I don't know.
I don't think
You
so.
do not. You have only 1 attack per action.
Okay.
Meaning, Ash, it is your turn.
Okay. So I try to circle around the bear and then use my light crossbow on it.
Okay.
Can I do that? How does equipping weapons work? What do I just assume? Do I have to equip my light crossbow, or can I just use it?
In your equipment, it should say whether or not it's equipped. Same with your armor.
Okay, it wasn't equipped. My
Okay,
rapier,
so
I can't use
I'll say since you guys were going to hunt it there, you could have chosen to probably have taken your crossbow out.
it. Okay.
Yeah. So it has a range of 80 feet where you have no disadvantage. Anything higher than you'd have to take disadvantage. So you could actually stay where you are right now, not move and still attack.
Okay.
And you actually have 2 attack actions per turn.
Okay, so I just need the 1d8 plus 1 then.
You first need to roll to hit with your d20.
D20. Alright. Got a 6.
So you got a 6. It's +5 because your hit bonus,
Oh, where?
which is an 11. On the bottom right, it says actions, and then like actions, spells, equipment, and such.
Mhm.
Your crossbow has a +5 to hit.
Oh, okay.
Like under that, it says rapier, which is a +8 to hit.
Okay.
So with a +5, you got an 11, which sadly is the bear's AC, which ties and goes to it, so it does not hit. You
Alright,
see, as you shoot, it kind of just bounces off the bear's tough hide.
Uh-oh.
But I can roll for attack again because I have 2, right?
Yep, you have 2 attack actions.
Oh. I got 19.
19 hits.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage. So that is another 1d8 plus 1.
8.
8 damage total? Or
Yeah.
did you roll an 8?
No, it was the 8 plus 1. I rolled a 7.
Okay. So another 8 points of damage. This time you shoot again, kind of realizing where it bounced off the first time. You aim just a little bit more inward as you shoot, and it lands directly in this bear's like shoulder.
Ouch.
With that, it is the bear's turn. It is, since summed you are right in front of it, it's going to take an attack action on you.
Okay.
So it's going to take a multi-attack, where it takes 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its claws. So its first attack is 23 to hit. So for this, you would check your armor class, which I do not know what your armor class is.
It's got the scale.
Your armor class is under your walking speed.
15.
15? Okay, so 15, it does hit. So you're going to be taking 1d8 plus 4, 6 points of piercing damage. And then it's going to attempt to slash at you.
So the piercing damage
It's
me?
it just damages you.
I saw one
Okay.
frame.
And then it's going to attack one time with its claw for a 10 to hit, which misses. So the bear kind of just opens its mouth and bites towards your shoulder, biting down a little bit as you just kind of punch it in its eye as it releases, and you take a step back as it tries to slash and it misses.
Okay.
Bringing it back to your turn, Summed.
Since I'm right next to the bear, I'm gonna smack it on his head.
Okay,
Bump.
so go ahead and make an attack roll.
Doing the hammer thing.
Okay.
All right. I rolled a 5 plus
8, which is 13, which hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Rolled a 6 with plus 4 is
10 points of damage. Nice.
Schmack.
Okay. With that, Ash, it is your turn.
All right. How do I use cantrips?
So cantrips are. Do you have it open to where you see your cantrip?
I do.
Okay. So cantrips, if you click on it, it says whether or not if you casting it takes a bonus action or an action of some sort. If it takes an action, it will. You'll only get 1 spell per turn, so that would take up both of your attacks. But if it says a bonus action, everyone gets a single bonus action during combat that they can use every time they go. So you get a bonus action, an action, and then a movement and free action, and a reaction.
All right. I
that
want to
sounds
use.
really nice.
I can use cantrips once per time I sleep. Is that how that works?
Once per turn. Once per turn.
Once per turn. Okay.
Your cantrips are Dancing Lights and Thunderclap, which both take an action.
All right. I want to do thunderclap then.
Okay. You will have to get closer. It only has a 5-foot range.
Oh, didn't realize that. Never mind. I'm going for the crossbow again.
Okay. You have 2 attacks with your crossbow.
Or was it D20? Got a 13 on the D20 roll.
Okay, so 13 hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
8. 8 plus 1. 3.
3 points of damage total.
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, you ready your crossbow, shoot. This time, it kind of gets it in the side. But it is still standing. You have 1 more attack.
I
And
only got a
then
10.
you got a 10 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you have. So if you kind of scroll down your axe, you can see your bonus actions, where you have your branding smite, you have your teleport up to 15 feet, and then you have your face step.
What tab
So-
is this?
It's over where it's on the actions tab.
Okay.
You just scroll down until you read bonus actions.
Branding.
Yeah, and then if you scroll further down, it's reactions. So those are different things you can do as a bonus action. That'll be for your next turn. So the bear is going to attack once against summoned. So it's going to do a bite attack for an 11 to hit, which doesn't hit. So it misses. Summoned, it is your turn.
I guess it's hammer time.
The joke is, it's always hammer time.
I rolled a 19 on the d20 plus 8.
So that hits.
As a 27, yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll damage.
I rolled a 1 for damage.
Oh, it's a 1 plus 4,
1 plus 4.
so 5.
Yep, 5.
The bear is just barely standing.
Oh, beautiful.
Ash, it is your turn.
Fuck
Alright.
him up, Ash!
I run up to the bear and I use thunderclap.
Okay. So for that, the bear has to make a con save. So a save is I have to
Trenton
roll
in
and I
range?
have to attempt to beat it.
Wait, is Trenton in rage?
No.
So,
Oh,
is that how
okay.
that works?
It's a 5-foot range. It's just he points it and
Oh, okay.
so the bear has to make a con save, which it failed, and so it takes 2d6 thunder damage. So go ahead and roll 2d6.
2d6. Did they roll? I got 10 total.
Actually, you don't have to roll. It's at 1 HP.
Yeah, there you go.
As you just put your hands out towards the bear,
It
and
just
just
falls over and
throughout the
dies.
entire cave, you just hear boom, 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 and the bear just falls over.
Nice.
Yep,
Cut
the
it
bear
Now
is
that's what I'm talking about!
I didn't think about the fact that we have to carry a bear back to town.
Both of you. Ooh, you're. You can carry 120 pounds. I'm guessing. Sumd might be able to because he's a dwarf.
I have this handy sack I can put it in.
Dwarves together, or two of you together, it's not super hard to carry him.
Got this. Shall we bring it back to town, or should we set up and cook here?
Well, we did kind of sneak out. I
don't think anybody would be mad if we brought food back, though.
Okay, let's bring the bear.
Alright. So we're bringing a bear back to town. Let's go.
Okay.
Don't get buried.
Okay. So it takes a little bit
Jesus
extra
Christ.
time to just carry the bear back to town because it is pretty heavy for the two of you.
Yeah.
Not impossible, but it takes a little bit of time. As you make your way back in town, the lion has dispersed a little bit as you guys just carry your bear to an old abandoned house and start cooking inside. Let's go to Zeeg. Zeeg, what are you doing?
So the east gate is like in shambles, right?
Yes.
Is it possible for me to climb the wall?
So you guys have already evacuated?
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
So,
You guys all left.
what is the situation around me?
So the situation around you is a lot. It's a lot of refugees. It's an old kind of abandoned city. The wall is probably only about 20 feet high. Very small city. Everything in shambles. Everyone looks depressed. There's a couple of guards kind of writing on a note, kind of signing up for something you don't know what for.
Okay, I start to look around, like look for some abandoned houses to like loot.
Okay. Do an investigation check.
Alright, I have +5 in investigation.
So yeah, you just roll a d20 and add your +5.
Okay, I got a 10. And
So you rolled a 5 and got a 10, or you rolled a 10 and you add 5.
yeah, 15.
Okay, so 15. So with a 15, you kind of just walk through the abandoned, or you walk kind of looking through the abandoned houses, seeing which ones haven't already been like claimed by the refugees. And you kind of you find one that's kind of empty, and you just kind of dig around for a little. You find an old like destroyed cabinet. The wood is rotting, but you kind of just rip off one of the drawers and you find about 7 pieces of copper.
Alright, take the copper. And maybe eavesdrop on some of the locals, see what's going on.
Okay. Do a perception check.
Let's see, perception. So I roll a d20 again?
Yep.
Alright. I got 18, 21.
21. You kind of hear a couple of just the regular civilians kind of just talking about hopefully being able to go back to the kingdom, asking kind of who and why they were attacked, but kind of going towards that group of soldiers that you had seen kind of forming. You can kind of see Bly Atman, who you don't really know, but you can tell he's definitely a commander or some sort of captain of the guard. Kind of just walking towards the commotion, as well as a little bit shorter of a soldier, half elf, walking behind him. As you all kind of hear and listen of these soldiers all talking about starting a small militia to go and try and reclaim the city.
I muttered to myself, I wonder where the weapons might be. And so, maybe I listen more on the soldiers.
You're just trying to find out where they're keeping all the weapons?
Well, aren't I working for the other kingdom? So I'm trying to sabotage it?
You were employed by the other kingdom to figure out something about the king, but even before you had returned, they had attacked. You can kind of tell that they don't care about you.
Oh.
Betrayal! Betrayed.
Alright. Time to look for some contracts for some extra loot.
You do hear that these soldiers, even and Bly and Aldane, you hear that they're willing to, if the king's dead, give a sizable coin fund to whoever goes and fights.
I go up to them and say, the king is as good as dead.
The human guard that's kind of taken himself upon this as like the leader of this little militia kind of takes a step forward and goes, "Then if you join, you get your loot."
Well, count me in.
He kind of just sticks his hand out.
I just shake it.
All right. He points to a small piece of paper. "Write your name. We'll be calling on everyone that writes down. We'll be returning to the kingdom in about a week."
I signed the paper and ready up my gear.
Okay. Bly and all day, you hear that these guys are talking about the king most likely being dead, and that whoever helps fight can have some of their loot.
Is this guard sanctioned? Like, is a guard running this?
Yeah, some of the guards. These are the same guards that were screaming heresy before.
Well, I'm gonna walk up to him and tell him to stand down, trying to intimidate him.
Deal.
Okay, what do you're just gonna say stand down?
Yeah, stand down.
All right, make an intimidation roll.
Okay, what do I?
So
for
once
that?
again, you go down to your skills until you see intimidation,
Mm-hmm.
and you roll your d20. I will be making a wisdom save against it.
Fuck. 12 total.
12.
Can I give the help action?
Sure.
Because I am with him. I would like to help my commanding officer. What does help do?
It gives it'll give Bly advantage.
Okay, roll again, bud.
So you get to roll again and take the higher of the two.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Dirty 20.
Okay, we're good. I got you, homie.
Thank you, sir.
The guy kind of takes a step back, a little shaken, and goes, "Well, there's probably no kingdom to go back to. They're probably already dead."
You don't know that.
You saw what they did. All we want is to reclaim our home. If the king's alive, so be it. If the king's alive, he'll pay us for getting it done. If he's not alive, then there's gold for the taking.
Let's see here. How do I want to deal with this? Either way, that's not our top priority right now. Our top priority is to protect the royal family. If we can get word out... Hold on. Do we have any allies? Neighboring kingdom allies?
There are three main kingdoms. There's the Empire of Dragons, which is where you guys are from.
Mm-hmm.
There's the kingdom that just attacked you.
Yep.
And then there's the Kingdom of Iron, which it's an army. It's a kingdom of all dwarves. You do not think that they are your allies. They have never.
Fuck. Okay.
You've never been at war, but you don't. Neither of your kingdoms really care for each other.
Either way, right now our top priority is to secure and to make sure that the royal family is safe. But if you do decide to go fight, don't do it for gold. Do it for your country. You have 2 weeks. And if we can't figure something out in 2 weeks, then I will sanction this return.
1 week.
2.
Make
And that's
a
final.
persuasion.
That's another 20,
I'm gonna
right?
grab some water. I'll be right back.
That's another... No, that's rolling another d20.
Yes.
Correct.
15 total.
15. All right, let me roll. Wisdom save. Yeah, he failed.
Yes!
Fine. You got yourselves 2 weeks to try to find out if that king's alive. But we're going back eventually. That's our home.
And I do not blame you for wanting to return so fast. but we must take a moment to let cooler heads prevail. Return to your barracks.
A couple of the guards kind of go back. The ones that were just kind of holding the paper, just at like this little makeshift table, kind of just stay and keep a little sign up that says, sign up for an attack in 2 weeks.
Strike
I'm gonna
through
walk
1
over to
week.
him.
Yeah, the slash through 1 week. They replaced the slash to the 1 and just replace it with a 2.
I'm going to walk up to these soldiers at this table. And I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them that I want them to also have another piece of paper for anyone willing to be forward scouts. And they leave in 1 week.
Yes, sir. And they start writing out a little sign on another piece of wood that they stick into the ground. 1 week for scouts.
Very good. And then I don't know, I go back to wherever I was prior.
Okay. Yeah. So Zeeg, you kind of watch these this captain of the guard just talk down the guy that wanted to leave immediately to making him leave in 2 weeks instead. Yeah.
Do I hear anything about the scouts or?
Yeah, you see that a new sign has been made about just scouting out scouting out first in about a week. No attacking, just recon.
I take the flyer, go up to the commander, and be like, "So, sir, how much does this pay?"
He's talking to you.
I know. That will be determined in a week. Please leave.
So be it. I walk away, looking at the paper, and I think to myself, man, I could really go for a pub. So,
Do a perception check.
all right.
So for that, it's a D20 plus your perception modifier.
12.
12. You can kind of see not too far. There's a small group of people just eating the soup that had been handed out earlier. They are just passing around a couple flasks.
I go up to the gathering, see if I can get.
One of the older men just kind of pats down to the log next to him and just holds up his flask.
Take a seat, boy.
That we're cooking?
I just grab it and just chug away.
What'd you say, Trenton?
Does anyone see the bear that
Not really. A couple people have noticed it, but no one's really questioned it.
I
mean, are they advertising bear meals? Come get your bear meals.
Come get your bare necessities.
Come get.
Oh
I
my
was
god.
about to say, come get your bare essentials.
Damn.
I'm supposed to make these puns, not you.
It's like, hey, that's
Bitch, I do what I
my
want.
job.
Gio, can you tell how long this Discord call has been going on? Because I can't.
I've been recording for
Started at
almost
10.
2 hours.
Okay. Let's take a break here. As you've now kind of all heard about the attack in about 2 weeks. The scouts going out in a week, and you've all had your food, got a little bit of time to rest.